We are back again for another Tweaktown video review. My name is Cameron Wilmot, and today we're looking at a couple of gaming products from Razer, as you can see here. On the left of your screen we have the Razer Imperator. This is a 5600 DPI mouse that was released recently. And on the right side we have the Razer Vespula, which is a dual-sided mouse pad. Okay, so starting off with the Razer Imperator mouse that we've got here. You can see the mouse itself here. We're going to put that to the side for now and give you a look at that a little bit later. But as far as what comes inside the package, first of all you get this certificate of authenticity. It's a very nice package, you can see. Razer are known for doing this. What you've got here is a quick start guide. So you can go through and it gives you all sort of details about the mouse. What you've got here is a master guide. And this basically gives you lots of tips and instructions on how to best use the mouse and how to set it up to effectively frag all of your teammates and foes and whatever in your games that you play. Same thing here, but this is for Macintosh. And as for the little extra goodies that are included inside, you've got a couple Razer stickers here that you can put on your case or wherever you like. You've just got a little card here that gives you a little rundown on the product. And here what I thought was really cool is it's actually just a little coaster for your drink. So it gives you instructions: punch out, rest your drink, go forth and kick ass. So you just pull it out like so, and you've got a nice little Razer coaster here, just made of paper rather, but yeah, nice little addition. Okay, moving on to the mouse itself. This is the Razer Imperator. You can see it here. We've got it hooked into a computer in the background, so you can see the light here. This is the Razer logo that goes on and off, just for a nice little blue effect there. There's also blue LEDs here on the scroll part of the mouse, as you can see. Now we'll start from this side. You've got a sorry, get you back on camera there. You've got a left and right mouse buttons here. This is your left mouse button and the right mouse button, and then this is the scroll up and down here. These are your sensitivity adjustments for the DPI. This does use a 3.56G laser, which gives you an effective DPI rate of 5600, which is incredibly high. So you can just push these buttons here and it will increase or decrease the sensitivity on the fly. On this side, nothing too much, just plain. Now we move over to the back of the mouse and we'll come in a little bit closer there for you. You can see the Razer Imperator logo here. You can, using the software that we'll look at a bit later, you can push this button here and it will change the different profiles depending on, you know, if you're in Windows or in a game or, you know, a particular game. That requires different settings. Of course here, this is the 3.5G laser. Now what we've got here, and we didn't really know what it was at the start, but you can, if you come in close, you can see it says front and back. So if I move this to the front, you'll see that these side buttons will get moved to the front. And then if I push it back slowly again, as you can see, it goes all the way to the back. So depending on how or where you want these buttons positioned, you can manually adjust it like this to suit your preference. So that's really nice, something I've never seen before, rather unique. So yeah, this is the Razer Imperator. It is a right-handed mouse. It's designed for people that use right-handed mouses. So you know, you sit it on here and it is really comfortable. We used it for a long time and it is really comfortable. That's one of the big claims that Razer make with this product. Now, one of the other things I wanted to point out, and what Razer has obviously got right here, is the length of this cable. If I just move it along here like this, you can see it's really long. You know, I would say it's probably 1.5 meters to 2 meters in length, so that's really good. I can't stand getting products where the cord is so short that it hardly can reach your case, you know, sitting on the ground or away from your desk. One of the other things that they've done, I'm not sure how effective this actually is, but there's a gold-coated USB connector here. Okay, so here's your first look at the Vespula Razer mousepad. It was only released, I believe, in late January, and it's gone on sale now for around $35 US. So this is a look at the dual-sided pad. I'll move the mouse over to the side and give you a bit of a closer look at it here. You can see the Razer Vespula logo here. There's some pads here. Smooth surface. This is actually the textured side. If we move over, this is the smooth side. So what they've done, I was reading some of the documentation that Razer provided, and there's a smooth side for games that require fast motion and really generally fast moving games. If you're playing something like an RPS or something that requires more control, this is the textured side that doesn't move quite as quick, but it picks up more precise movement. I actually prefer this side in the gaming and in Windows. That while the time I was using the mouse, this side's actually nicer, but it'll come down to personal preference. You can see the width is very slim. That's a look at the pad itself. Now what's interesting, it does come with this little duvleki here, and this is just like a pad that the mouse pad will sit on. I'll show you again. It just sits in there like so, and it's designed to sit on there really well and keep the mouse from not moving. It doesn't really move at all. Now this is a gel wrist pad here, so it keeps your wrist and keeps your hand and everything nice and comfortable during long periods of use when you're gaming. So to give you an example here, you would just sit here and use the mouse like so. It is really comfortable. I've only had good things to say about the pad, but I do have to say I think it's a little bit small. If it was about double the size, it would be much better. I'm used to using pads that are much bigger. So I do think Razer has some other pads, but this one, I believe it's a little bit too small. But it depends on your preference. Besides the size thing that we've just mentioned, now it is a really good pad, and I like it a lot. The appearance and the control that it provides is very, very good. Alright, as you can see here, we've got the Razer Imperator configuration tool installed, and we're going to show you some of the details now. The first tab here is assign buttons, so you can choose which button does exactly what. You've got a whole big list here of what you want it to do. Now there's actually 7 different buttons on the mouse that you can adjust. You can even choose the mouse wheel options if you wanted to do something different. You're able to do that, fully customizable, which is really good. Now we go to the adjust performance section, and this is where it gets pretty interesting. You can see here the current DPI is set at 1200. What we've got here, so let me just show you here. You can adjust it. You can adjust it here to whatever setting you like. Of course, up to 5600 DPI. I don't know if you can actually see that, but it does. You'll just have to believe me. Now what you've got is sensitivity stages. So you've got up to 5 different stages that you can adjust using the 2 buttons just below the scroll wheel. By default, stage 1 is set at 800 DPI, stage 2 5600 DPI, stage 3 1800, 2600 and 5600. So stage 2, if we don't want it that high, what you can do is you just drag this along here, if I can get it, and you can set it to whatever you like. During our testing, I found 2600 DPI to be pretty much perfect for this mouse, but that's my personal opinion. So then you just basically go apply and then hit OK. Now you can set independent XY sensitivity, and you can enable on-the-fly sensitivity on screen display. Now you've got acceleration here, which basically it's up to 50 Gs, I believe. So basically, as you move your mouse faster along the screen, the DPI, now I'm not sure if this is exactly correct, I think the DPI dynamically increases, and then the mouse of course moves faster. Now what you've got here is really interesting. You've got a polling rate, yes. Now most mice with USB only support around 125 Hertz. Of course you can set it to that. Now basically what this means, it's the number of updates the mouse performs per second. So obviously you want to set this as high as possible. 1000 Hertz is right up there, so then we can apply that. As you can see here, it's writing to the onboard memory inside the mouse. So that takes a few seconds to apply the settings we've just made, and then they become effective. What you've got here, you've got different profiles that you can set up. So if we want to set up a new one, we can just call it blah blah blah, and then we can go and change to the different profiles we'll set up in the software here. Now also we've got macros as well, so that's basically, if you think of macros in Excel or in Photoshop as well, it's a similar type of deal here. You can set up and record a certain macro and then push a certain button on the mouse and it'll go ahead and perform those for you. Over here we've got lighting and maintenance, and you can see here if we don't want the scroll wheel or the Razer logo on, we can turn those off, and then they'll do an update to the memory, and as you can see here, if I move the mouse over, they've just turned off if you find the lights annoying. But the lights look really good, so then we can just go here and then turn them back on again, hit apply, a few seconds again while it writes those settings to the onboard memory on the Razer Imperator mouse, and I'll move the mouse back over again, and you can see it's back on. Yeah, and then back to the software. Under the maintenance setting section here, we've got the driver version and the firmware version, which is 1.04. I did update it. It did come with, I believe, 1.01. All the software you need is on the Razer website, and it's quite easy to do. So that's a look at the Razer Imperator mouse driver, or the configuration utility, whatever you would like to call it. Alright then, that was our look at the Razer Imperator and the Razer Vespula mousepad. As you can tell from our impressions that you've seen so far, we are very impressed with the mouse and the pad itself. The mouse is very customizable and it's very comfortable to use. We used it for hours and hours on end, and it is very comfortable, so it does live up to the claims that Razer told us. The mouse pad is very good. The dual-sided surface that we mentioned and the gel wrist pad here for keeping your wrist nice and comfortable is really good. The pad is a little bit small. It will set you back around $35 US, so it's not cheap, but you do get what you pay for. This is one of the best pads you can get. Razer do make some of the best gaming products on the market. The mouse, I believe, will set you back around $70 to $80 US, depending on where you buy it from. So again, it is quite expensive, but as I just said, I'll repeat myself again, you do get what you pay for. This is a good product. If you want to get our full look on the product, head on over to Tweaktown. We've got a full review there. This has been Cameron Wilmot for another Tweaktown video review. Please don't forget to subscribe to our video. I'm not sure where the link is on your screen. You'll find it somewhere, and come back again soon for more video content.